How do everybody? I wish they made this hardener a different colour to the filler, but hey ho. So it's been a while since I posted, various different reasons. Watching me sanding stuff is about as interesting as watching someone sand stuff, isn't it? Oh yeah, here he is. Hello Ralphie. Hello. Hello. Get down now, good lad. So I've been sanding away and working away here. Shafts are glossed up and the pan box is glossed up. And I'm just mixing up some filler to put over all these screw heads, which I've countersunk. This filler is, you can see that one. It's a two-part epoxy. Ron Seal do one as well. Does what it says on the tin. Genius, whoever came up with that. But there's a fair few different ones on the market now. Ron Seal was the first one to do it, that's for sure. And it mixes up the same way as an epoxy car filler does. But in this case, for here, on these screw heads, it's great. It sands down a lot easier than the two-part epoxy car filler. But if you're putting it on, like say wooden wheels, where there's going to be a lot of vibration, the car filler is really good for that. And it sticks to anything, that stuff, as will this as well. So, but as I say, this does sand down a bit easier. When someone says it only needs a coat of gloss, won't take much. So far, sanding on this top here, there's about 4 hours of sanding into it so far. Getting all the paint off there and everything, blow torching that off first, and so on and so forth. Lots and lots of sanding discs and belts, the belt sander on it, because I've been trying to level it up as well, because for those of you in the know, you'll know the boards, if they've been left outside and everything, they tend to dish. So I've been getting it flat. It's now flat as a billiard table, but it needs a lot more sanding. The other thing as well is why I've had to go down to bare wood again, because it had been painted before, but I don't know what they'd done as regards to any sort of treatment for the knots. And looking at it, I don't think there probably was. It's hard to say that because I've sanded it down. So I've got to treat the knots as well. If you don't treat the knots, they'll come back and get you. They'll come back and get your paintwork for you, that's for sure. So I'm going to sand it down, and then last thing I'm going to treat the knots. And I won't sand it down again. The mistake people make is they treat the knots and then they sand it down again and they take the treatment off them. So, and the treatment is blowtorch. I'm going to blowtorch them, which heats the sap up and seals it up a bit, and then you get this stuff called knotting from any sort of DIY decorators, all that sort of thing, and you paint that on, and it goes on very thin, so it doesn't show through, type of thing. It's not like a thick gloss or anything. It's very watery. It seeps in and it seals the knots up, and then they won't come and get you. And I think I've got just enough. If I scrape a little bit of this off, just enough to finish. That was unusual for me. Normally I'd have to mix a little bit more. They might need going over it again once it's sanded, I don't know, we'll see. Once it's sanded, they might need a little bit more on top. That one definitely would. Can we just get it a little? There, there we go. Yes. Cool. There we go. Have a great day, everybody. Make the most of the weekend. Tomorrow's going to be nice, and then it's going to get wet and cold again all next week as well. God bless. Be productive.